Okay, so Orange County, the Democratic Party of Orange County has done some backward sliding. Pardon me, it's getting cold and I have a smoker's cough. We had formerly gained a Democratic majority in Huntington Beach City Council. Here's our current status. In Minivan Hell. In November, Huntington Beach voted in a far-right city council, including Gracie Vandermark, now Mayor Pro Tem, and the changes being made are happening quickly. Raising campaign contributions from $626 to $4,900 and requiring business violations be done in person with identification. Okay, I'm sure that means something. Let's look at what she's quote tweeting. Mayor Strickland is proposing to vote to abolish anonymous complaints against business violations in Huntington Beach. He is also proposing to raise the limit for campaign contributions. I don't know why. If it's a consumer making a complaint, unless you're doing it through the Better Business Bureau, I don't know why through City Council you need to dox the person. Uh-oh, something's happening. Submitted by Mayor Strickland, proposed ordinance to establish a code enforcement complaint process regarding alleged business violations and prohibits the submissions of anonymous complaints. Why? Recommended action. Request the city attorney to return to City Council with a proposed ordinance that bans anonymous complaints by individuals to code enforcement about alleged business violations. The ordinance should provide that code enforcement is welcome to continue to take in complaints from the public about businesses, but that in order to do so, strict new reporting requirements must be adhered to. I think that's grammatically incorrect, but any and all complaints by individuals must occur in person at City Hall. In person? Huh. In person, okay. Which will include a new and updated intake form to be completed with all identifying information of the complaining party. The intake of the complaint shall include a copy of the individual's driver's license or other form of ID with a full name. Oh my God. Address and photo of the individual. If a city worker, including a member of code enforcement, is lodging the complaint, then she identifies him, herself likewise. That's interesting. It's like they purposely went out of their way to leave out they, them pronouns. It fucking totally went out of their way to do that. Submitted by Mayor Strickland, request to amend the Huntington Beach Municipal Code to raise campaign contribution limits. Oh my God, even. Okay. Recommended action. Direct the city attorney to return at the next city council meeting with an amendment to the city's municipal code to raise the contribution limit to match or track that of the limits for California's Senate Assembly candidates. Oh, really? I mean, do you understand how much larger those districts are compared to a city? Oh my God, this is insane. Wow. Okay. Oh my God, like you would not need near as much money to run for municipal office as you would to run for state senate or for state assembly. That's so crazy. They also want to remove client attorney privileges for the last 10 city council meetings. Casey McKeon is calling for a waive of attorney-client and closed session privileges so that Michael Gates may share his side of the story with the public and then have him recommend further action. Adopt an ordinance to ban builders' remedy developments. Of course, it's always about development, isn't it? Okay, I missed the top line. Submitted by Council Member McKean. Oppose RHNA mandate and adopt an ordinance to ban builders' remedy developments. Recommended action. Authorize the city attorney to, number 1, challenge the state's RHNA mandate for Huntington Beach, including its validity and any laws in support of such a mandate over the city as a charter city by taking whatever legal action is required. And, oh God, this is such alt-right bullshit. You might as well just put Arthur Shaper on the fucking city council. Or Nick Torres. Number 2, return to city council at the city attorney's earliest convenience with an ordinance banning builders' remedy developments from taking place in Huntington Beach. Development without proper approvals is already not legal in the city, but this ordinance is essential to make it clear to the entire community that Huntington Beach will fight any developer that seeks to develop pursuant to builders' remedy laws. They make it sound like they're anti-developer, but they're totally not. They're totally not. This is such like an anti-mask, anti-vax bullshit right here. Okay. Submitted by Council Member McKean. Request for information and actions related to the RWG report. Recommended action. Number 1, City Council vote tonight to waive the attorney-client and closed session your grammar's terrible. To waive the attorney-client, it should be attorney-client privilege. And closed session confidentiality privileges. Oh, okay, I get you. For the 10 closed session meetings on the Moore versus City Gates lawsuit for the sole purposes of allowing Mr. Gates to give his side of the story. To return to City Council with a public presentation on what was discussed and decided by council member votes in those 10 closed sessions. Why didn't you just go to mediation? What is this? Like, why would you ever waive attorney-client privilege? That doesn't make any sense. Like, if you wanted to come to a resolution in a less closed off way, why didn't you like mediate? Or I just don't understand. Look, maybe I don't know enough about law, but it seems to me that a client can at any time make statements, as long as they've been advised by their attorney that it's okay, right? I mean, they can even go against the advice of their attorney, but why does this need to be codified? Number 2, City Council to vote tonight to waive the claimed attorney-client and any other confidentiality privilege on any and all communications between council members and Craig Steele and his attorneys regarding this investigation. And where are we going with this, guys? Number 3, direct the city manager to work with IS to preserve all emails. I think that's probably like information systems or something, IS. Y'all should spell out your acronyms at least the first time you use them. To preserve all emails, text communications between city council members and Craig Steele and Richards Watson Gershon, RWG, and between former city manager Oliver Chi and RWG. And number 4, City Council to vote tonight to waive the claimed attorney-client and any other confidentiality privilege on any and all RWG invoices for the work they have done on this investigation going back to 2020. And to have those invoices, all of them, you really needed to do that, huh? Sent by the finance director and city manager to Mr. Gates for review to make determinations as to the propriety of the work by RWG and to see if a new investigation should be undertaken to analyze the propriety of RWG's investigation of Mr. Gates in the first place and the propriety of the taxpayer dollars spent on the Steele investigation. And by the way, Steele, okay, so the Steele fella is Michelle Steele's husband. So this is absolutely a GOP fucking attack. This is so bad, you guys. Number 5, direct the city manager to remove the RWG report from the city's website so that there are no links and no availability on the city's website whatsoever. If any member of the public wants a copy, they can send a request to the city attorney's office to produce public records under the CPRA. And number 6, to direct Mr. Gates, after review of the aforementioned communications and invoices to, okay, so there's probably going to be a second image here, right? I feel like I lost something out of this. No, that's the image I was looking at. To return to City Council with recommendations if any further action could be taken to correct the actions of RWG. I don't know what RWG stands for either. You know, in traditional business writing, you at least spell it out the first time you mention it and then put the acronym in parentheses, and then you can refer to the acronym throughout the document. But it's unusual to have business writing like this without actually spelling out the acronym in the beginning. Excuse me. It's going to come in threes, I bet. And the city council retainer of RWG. Okay, so this must be their attorneys group, probably. And the spending of taxpayer monies on such an investigation behind closed doors and away from the public visibility and accountability. All right. Okay. All right, then. The Huddle's already commenting on it, too. Huntington Beach's new mayor, Tony Strickland, is a lobbyist with clients that include Clay Lacy. Professional lobbyists usually are attorneys. Remember Clay Lacy's dirty donations to Michelle Steele? Not shocking. Someone with multiple campaign ethic violations wants to raise the amount someone can contribute, I think is what you meant to say, to campaigns. As a reminder, then Supervisor Michelle Steele, yeah, she used to be the chair of the county supervisors. Awarded a lucrative John Wayne Airport contract to Tony Strickland's fourth-ranked client, Clay Lacy. Days later, Clay Lacy laundered $80,000 into a secret PAC for Steele's benefit. What is happening? I don't know how this particular account gets so many scoops. Some of us have some speculation on where this account comes from. She definitely knows what's happening in Orange County, but we don't know where she comes from and how she has the time to do this kind of research. And what groups she might participate in. We have no idea. I mean, it's good that this stuff is getting leaked out, but sometimes I do have to like step back and wonder how much is this like back and forth politics. I mean, I do know that the Republicans in my county are dirty as hell. And they're pretty crazy. And they go along with Trump, and they go along with QAnon, and they go along with all kinds of bullshit. But I also would like to understand more about the source that's delivering the information to me. That's all I'm saying.